Okay, what we're doing here is the difference quotient. And the difference quotient is the basis for differential calculus, which is Calc 1 usually, is what it's called, the class. But we don't need to worry about that right now. We just need to worry about how we plug in functions into the difference quotient. So, difference quotient is defined as f of x plus h minus f of x over h. And just specifies h is not equal to 0, otherwise none of this makes sense because we're dividing by 0. And what we're going to try to do here is plug in the function f of x equals x plus 1 into this difference quotient and see what we get. So, we start off by plugging in x plus h into the function. So we're going to have, the whole thing is going to be a fraction when we're done with h on the bottom. So what is f of x plus h? Well, we have to plug in x plus h into this formula. So wherever there's an x, we're going to put x plus h. So I'm going to put, this says x squared plus 1. So I'm going to put, in parentheses, x plus h squared, and then plus 1. Plus 1. So that's this part, f of x plus h. Now we're going to subtract minus f of x. So I'm going to say minus, and then in parentheses I'm going to put f of x. F of x is just x squared plus 1. X squared plus 1. So that's our first iteration, and now we need to simplify this a couple times. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply we're going to square x plus h in here. So that's x plus h times x plus h. So really what we're going to end up doing is foiling it. So this is going to be our next fraction down here. Let me separate them. And this will be the fraction bar for what we simplify here. Alright, x plus h squared, if you do it by yourself at home, you're going to end up with x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And I just foiled x plus h times x plus h. So that is this, and then we're going to have plus 1, plus 1. And now I'm going to distribute this negative to both of these terms so we can get rid of the parentheses. So it's going to be minus x squared minus 1. Minus x squared minus 1. And all of that is still going to be over h. Now, a lot of this stuff is going to cancel here on the top. So if you look, here we have an x squared, and here we have a negative x squared. So x squared minus x squared is 0. We can get rid of both of them. Here we have a positive one, and here we have a negative one. So 1 minus 1 is 0. We can get rid of both of those too. So what we have left after we cancel is 2h squared, or 2xh plus h squared all over h. So I'm going to say, I'm going to switch the order of these. I'm going to say h squared plus 2xh all over h. And now we're almost done, but we're going to be able to simplify this a little more. We can factor an h out of the top of this fraction, so we'll have h times h plus 2x when we factor it out. So I'm going to put that down here. H times h plus 2x. And then we have an h on the bottom. And now we can cancel one more time. We have an h here being multiplied by everything. We can only cancel this h on the top and bottom of the fraction because it's being multiplied by everything on the top and bottom. H is everything on the bottom, and h is being multiplied by the whole rest of the numerator here. So that's why we can cancel these two. Cancel, cancel. And then our result is h plus 2x. H plus 2x. So when we plug x squared plus 1 as a function into the difference quotient, the result is h plus 2x.